I think 500 would be substantial.
Hey.
So over there by Terry, in between Terry and Judy.
I see a chair here, I can see you. You gotta go up there. You gotta go up there because you have to vote.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to go.
He's like, I don't want it.
Just don't trip on that, Paul. Good job.
You got a monster for Paul.
We need two people. We have two.
If I had an extra, I'd give it to him. He might bounce off the walls.
Two selectmen, we can make decisions, thank God and heaven. Let's just, while we're right here, why don't we just talk to the selectmen now and see if we can get an answer.
Did you look at the CIPs?
Haven't even gotten it.
Sorry about the disruption.
Okay, we're under bank fees.
You're under bank.
General government.
Just follow along. Okay.
And we need to know,
This morning we approved, you approved 1,000, and what we looked at was with the TAN, the money was, a lot of the money was actually taken out of legal, so perhaps 1,000
it's too much.
is a little too much. Because the whole cost of it,
I'm wondering why the money would have been taken out of
Because
legal
that's what-
for the-
because they're an attorney.
Oh, they would have had, the
Yeah,
bank had attorneys, and we had to have our attorneys talk to their
yeah,
attorneys?
yep.
Okay.
And so, I mean, it could you
So-
need a little
So
bit
you
of
cut it
room.
back a little bit?
I
We'll
think
cut
so.
that back to 500, how's that? I mean, that's just for,
No, it's not
That
enough.
sounds good to me, how about you?
okay, then we'll leave it at 500.
We just took a vote on that.
Thank you very much, 500, that works for me.
We're
Yes.
still in session, by the way, so we can vote on things.
Oh, thank God. I just want to get through this.
Okay, so.
All right, we're moving on. Postage, 8,000, we all agreed on that.
Okay.
Advertising, 6,000, we got, up from.
Printing?
Printing.
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 Oh, I'm sorry. Printing,
Further
6,000.
roll.
6,000?
5,000?
I have 5.
I don't know, proof?
You talked to them this morning on that, Betty?
Requested is 5, yeah.
2,000?
Oh, I know.
You talked to them this
They
morning on
needed
that?
them more in printing because of the books, right? Yeah.
Because they're talking about doing mailers and stuff this year from the
Thank you.
selectmen. Yeah.
I'm really getting brain
Okay.
dead.
Right? That's why I sit here,
So we're
day
changing
after
that to
day.
6,000?
6,000.
They would like to do more mailers and information mailings, and I think it's a good idea.
I can't disagree with that.
Right.
Okay. Advertising, 1,500, that we agreed on that. Registry of Deeds, 4,000, we agreed on that. Lien prep fees, 5,000.
5,000.
5,000.
What about lien notices?
5,000.
So we're doing 5 and 5 on that, okay.
Is that legal fees?
No.
Mm-mm.
Now, the
Practice,
one
research.
one fee was over $3,000 to do one deed search. Really?
5,000, so
Well,
was that?
We looked back.
I'm looking at lien prep.
We looked back today, it was over $3,000.
That's not the same thing. Yeah, it's doubling it, okay. So we're going, yeah, because it was way over last year, right?
Can you go back for a second, the shredding line? I didn't catch that, I apologize. Set page 2.
I don't think I said shredding.
Probably.
It's
200?
200.
200 savings.
Yep.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't think I said shredding.
That's okay. It's not one of those big ticket items.
Becky's verified I did not say it, I think.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. That makes me feel even better. I am crazy. But it's-
The registry was way over.
We got 3 conversations going on in here.
This is terrible.
Because I think it should have been in the other spot. Remember we talked about this, I think, but I can't find
Oh, who talked about it?
Twice that, and then the lien prep.
Did we keep office equipment at 2,700?
Yeah, I think this is.
That's why I can't read my writing, okay.
Yeah.
So it is 27?
It is
Yes.
27, and that's
See,
because
the 40
we're
years should
looking
have been
around.
less.
That's
old
because-
Equipment.
Yeah, especially because that's for like printers and stuff, including that big one up there, which is
What's
old.
27? Where it says register of deeds, it says lien notices there, right? Lien process.
Lien
That should have
discharges.
came out of lien notices.
Lien discharges,
No. lien process, that's usually a big check.
Suppose three of them is
Office equipment.
14,000 and
The
it's.
discharge.
I don't know, they're still talking about something else up the other end of the table.
So that should have been
Well,
renoticed.
that's how it's always been done, but, I mean, the whole thing should probably just be done, because it's
Yeah,
like
why
registry
isn't it?
deed. It's been like this forever, I
I
don't
know,
know.
it's ridiculous.
That's how they used
Last
to
year
keep
they
track
spent
of
three
it.
of them, they spent 12,000, this year they spent 9, 10, about
Just
11,000.
the thing,
Okay,
About.
are we all set with that?
I guess.
Ready?
No.
What's your total on that department?
My total,
If my figures are
What are you
right,
figuring?
346,347.
No,
Gesundheit.
it's 14,000.
We were,
No, on the department.
No.
The whole department. If you're finishing the, are you done with that?
right, yeah.
Okay.
If
Let me know what your total is so we can put a vote on it. as a-
Betty,
federal government.
you haven't finished your line items yet.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
That would be the time.
Elections,
That's
right.
all right.
Um,
Yeah, you were done.
Betty, if my
Mhm.
figures are correct, we just increased general government 62,000,
No.
putting the assessing back in,
Yeah,
Right.
we did. Yes, we did.
because we went up,
Because you added the assessing agent.
Yeah, we put 40 in.
I almost forgot to put that in.
Please, it's making me crazy. Your assessors are sitting at the other end of the table.
3,500, so that brings it down to 58.5.
I'm working on
You might as well get used to saying it before we get in front of people at the town meeting.
What I would like to do is make, once we've agreed on that total, I'll make a vote as a select,
Yes, that would be
as a
great.
selectman to accept it.
Good,
and
thank you.
Turn it into the.
Wonderful. When I talk to Jordan tomorrow, I'll talk to him about adding the agent line that we talked about today, that he wasn't there. Because I have to, he wanted to meet with him tomorrow, match
Yes.
in, okay.
Just to go back, because I know there was multiple conversations going on. Betty had corrected the office equipment line. That was saying at 27,000, not 22,
Yeah, Ben couldn't read it wrong.
or 2,200, excuse me.
Right.
Oh,
Well, maybe
that's
we
another
just go down this
$500.
it.
again.
Where is that?
Page 2 under equipment.
I don't know, where we changed it from.
So that
one.
makes it 59.
That's because I couldn't read my own writing.
Selectmen wages is going to what?
27.
27.
Is that what was the
That's what was it.
Yes.
22 it is, not
It's 27.
It is
It was my
27.
error.
What's 27?
My
If it
error.
wasn't the first time, they would have got it 10 minutes ago.
Maybe we should just put it on the right policy.
I think we
So
should.
we're all on the same page.
I think we should.
27.
2,700 for office equipment, yeah.
We let him do it because he does the calculator all day.
So I
And now
have,
it's doing it half.
I have
Calculator was sad.
Oh, I must have, yeah.
365.
What did you have? I'm sorry.
359, 365.
3 what?
359,365.
with the
That was
40,000, it's more than that.
More than
That's not
that,
even
Jerry.
40,000.
Yeah.
No, it's not, right?
No, I
Okay.
don't know the assessing agent is.
So that would make it 399, 360. What'd you get, Sean?
My original figure, I could have hit something wrong the first time, was 370,865. That's not including assessing. The second time around, I got 369,865. If you,
I think we need to go over all the numbers once more.
I think so.
Jen's gonna look for an adding machine.
That would be the best thing.
Paper in it and-
I think I want, yeah.
Okay, so the office, the regular wages didn't change, right? So
Correct.
you're at 177.76.
736.
Sorry, yeah.
Right. Overtime's 2,000.
That's overtimes didn't change either.
Selectmen's wages 32.
32.
And janitorial 4,000.
I don't know if I really want that right now.
Okay.
Excuse me, Betty, you have a question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is there a reason janitorial is in there, which is in, that's an outside service, isn't it?
Not anymore, it's not.
Paying a person now.
That didn't change either.
Because we,
It's an employee?
Yes.
correct. We weren't getting any bids, so they changed it.
$65 a week every Wednesday evening.
Yeah, no, if you pay the land, that's fine.
Trying not to tell you fast, though, but just slow.
Just has been moved
You're-
around a few spots.
Okay, so we're gonna go through the
And then we've
numbers.
got 3,000 for.
Are you gonna start all over again?
Okay. You gotta start again.
6,000.
Why not? Let me do it. No, oh, no.
By now, we've done these numbers about 8 times today already.
Where are we now?
We're gonna start with the numbers. Start
All right, when he's ready, we will, and there'll be no conversation while we're doing the numbers,
Good,
because
thank
you
you.
can't do it.
I'm ready.
All right, 177,736. 2,000. 32,000. 4,000. 3,750. 3,200. 5,950.
No, oh, sorry.
16504.
Thank you.
4,000. 3,000. 6,000. 4,000. 21,000. You got a subtotal right there?
Right there, we have 283,140.
281.
283, 140.
Okay, and I have 280,260.
Okay.
So his is easier to check.
Right.
Okay, next
Wait a
page.
minute, wait,
We've got a
wait,
discrepancy.
we got a discrepancy.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I should have put volume on.
736, 2,000. 32,000.
Yep.
4,000.
Yep.
3,750.
Yep.
3,200.
Yep. 950
Oh, I may have added that one.
and 16,504. 4,000. 3,000. 6,000. 4,000. 21,000.
Yep, that's it. So it's 283,140?
Correct.
On the first page.
First page.
Moving on. Do you want me to subtotal that,
3,300 what?
or do you want me to
That-
do a running
That's,
total?
no, you can keep going, I just started at the bottom of my page.
It's 283.
Okay, second page.
Yep.
5,000. 2,700. 2,000. 1,325. 16,000. 5,000. 200. 12,000. 12,500.
I thought that was 15,000
12,500.
No,
for audit.
No.
12,500.
12.5, yep.
Subtotal? Wait, what's your total now?
Total now is 339,865.
I don't think you did
339.
shredding,
865.
Shredding was 200.
but I don't think
She
you
said 200.
Yeah, she
I
did.
have
Next page,
Yep.
500. 8,000. 6,000. 1,500. 4,000. 5,000. 5,000. 40,000.
There's the big one.
It's assessing agent.
409,865.
Wow.
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 409.
And prior
865.
to that, if you take the assessor out of that line, you have 369,865.
Well, so that's like.
No. Alright.
Every time the end of the season comes, we're all so goofy with the camera.
Seriously. We've gotten so used to it, it's like, oh, next spring.
How much?
What?
How much more than last year?
Who's got the figure?
Right here.
How much more than last year?
48,000 about.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Whew.
Big town, big money. What can I
About
say?
90,000 more than was actually spent.
$64,418. Now, if you minus the 40,000 just
Oh, yeah.
for giggles,
More than that.
that's 24,418.
There was about 90,000 more than was spent fiscal 16. Fiscal 16 was 317,730.
No, that's not right.
It's 361,974 last year,
Yeah.
so that's not 60.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's.
47,891.
Thank you. I read the wrong number.
Yeah, that's, I said it was about 48,000.
So it's about 48,000 different.
Yeah.
And is that with the assessor?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So technically, it's up 7,000.
Right.
And then,
I mean, in the world of worlds, you're running a government. It's
Right.
cheap.
Quick comment.
Yes. Just,
I always hear reference to what the last year's budget was or the other previous budget or whatever budget, but the previous budgets to me are meaningless. What's meaningful is what was actually spent. And the fiscal year that ended
Which is what
last,
this is based on.
well, what I'm saying is the fiscal year that ended last June,
Yeah.
so June of 16,
Right.
they only spent 317,000. You can double check that by your books, but I believe it's 317,730. So that means you're close to 90,000, I'm just rounding off numbers, higher than what was spent just this past June fiscal year.
What was that total again?
317,730. But again, I'm using my papers, you guys have better ones in front of you. So I'm just saying, instead of looking at the budget, I tend to look at what you actually spend. Because if you give yourself too much every year, so.
So we cut 93,000 out of highway and we took it out of general government.
How many more budgets do we have to do?
All the ones we did this morning, Royce.
Yeah, I know.
and one will go back.
If we're offering opinions, I'd rather see us have too much money than not enough.
Well,
And
yeah,
have things shut down, especially the town government.
How did that happen? I mean,
What
much of what
happened?
was spent.
Well, half of that is the assessing agent.
No, I got that.
Right, so-
But there's a big difference between what he says that was spent.
Right, well, part of that is the assessing agent, you know.
That's only 45.
No, that's last
Right.
year. That's last year, though.
Right, that's
That
last
doesn't even
year.
count. That's not even, the budget he's quoting, the assessor agent wasn't in there, yeah. It's a complete year though, that ended last June.
And last
Budget
year.
was 338 then.
Yeah, so
But
that's
they
really
didn't
2
spend it,
years.
but they didn't
No,
spend it.
didn't spend it all.
they didn't spend about, according to the detail report, what, 20,000?
Yeah,
Almost 21,000.
79,43.
I believe the budget for 17 went up from 16 as well. So the current budget
Mhm.
went up.
Is that total, was it the special town meeting budget or the proposed budget?
There was no issues with general government for the special, that didn't come up in the
okay.
special election.
Right.
Yeah, what he's talking about is the budget that ended June 30th, so it would have been July 15 to June of 16,
Oh,
so
so two
none of that
budgets
really
ago.
had
I
anything
think we
to do
need
with
to
that.
look
More than
at
a year.
where,
Two budgets.
I think what we need to do is to look where assessors were paid for before, and I don't think they were, I think they were clearly paid out of contingency.
What assessing?
It was a-
There wasn't an assessor.
Wasn't it?
It was the selectmen.
Right.
It was
No,
the
Ben
gentleman
allowed
sitting
so
back
much.
there.
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's
not-
Ben,
that's
it's
not
selectman.
the
You're
whole
certified
thing.
as a-
You're talking about the year before.
Oh, the
Yeah,
year before, okay.
the whole year that ended June,
Okay,
in June.
sorry.
That's not him. He would be in this budget, not in that.
That's correct.
So that's.
You have a.
Well, he was in that budget as a selectman, right, and he was working 60 or 70 hours a week some weeks as a
I'm
selectman.
not arguing that. I'm
No,
just-
no, I wasn't arguing with anybody either, I was
I
just
was on
saying.
here.
But his wages
So-
are still there.
Right.
Yes.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Yes.
All right, now I'm gonna finally just open my mouth because I'm quite tired. So, with that being said, you know, we see what the final number is for this budget. We've raised the selectmen's wages back up to 32,000. I know they need the hours to do things. I also know that we don't want to get them shot in the foot, but if we're going to try to put this assessor line into the general government, people are going to see this number and probably panic. I can already see that happening. Then I'm going to go back, I'm sorry, I'm going to hit that software licensing thing again because that number still doesn't sound right to me. I can understand maybe 14,000, maybe 15,000, but the 16,000 does not make sense.
Well, Trio was 14,000.
So why,
I thought
What is
the
the-
website was in there. That's what somebody
Website
said.
is 17,000, right?
Yeah.
Or
1,700.
That's what it was.
1,700.
That brings it up to almost
1,700, so that counts almost 16.
If that's where.
Unless you're gonna close down the website.
The website would be in there, would it
What
not?
was the expense for Trio? Do you show
Yes,
the
Ben,
expense for
did you
Trio?
have something to say?
Yeah,
I do, but I'll let finish with him first. but
Yes,
I
okay.
have more of a comment towards what
Yes,
Chip's
go
numbers,
ahead.
what Chip's numbers were. All right, so it seems like a four, sorry.
Put your hand down.
I'm pointing at the two selectmen at the end.
No, easy.
You also had an employee go out on FMLA last
Right.
year.
That's right.
So you didn't pay your clerk's wages all the way up through that fiscal. I was looking real quick, I don't know, I wasn't in, it was after, but I don't know when she went out, but I know it was before the end of the fiscal.
Wasn't she also getting paid while she was out?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
On.
No, vacation time was, but, no,
Right.
because you're under,
So she got
sorry.
vacation time.
you're under your federal, FMLA, federal.
Yeah.
So you're,
So that's partly why it was low.
sorry, health insurance and stuff like that was covered, but no wages were paid.
Okay.
And she was out,
Yeah, but that was, she was there for 16. She wasn't out for 16.
I think she went out
No, but she
for
was here when
She had some
Christine,
vacation.
she was here when Christine was in. Oh, it might have been a
a
month.
short period.
It might have been a month, yeah.
$3,000.
Yeah, she might have had some vacation pay.
Yeah, I'm sure she did.
Around 3,000.
She had it.
I'm just saying, you guys are there, I'm not, I'm just saying, something to consider, I don't know what
that
you're
is
looking at
something
for
to
numbers,
consider.
so.
Thank you very much.
So we.
All right,
we need
budget
to make a
committee,
decision.
what number would you like? Because they're gonna vote. And then we're gonna,
I don't see where we can cut anymore again, except for the selectmen's wages.
Do we have to have 40,000 for assessing? Could we start
Yes.
out?
No,
Yes.
we can't do less than that.
We do.
That's the biggest thing.
yeah, it really needs to.
okay, let me pose another
Yeah.
question just to be that guy.
Yeah.
If they're gonna put, what was it, 12,000 in technology costs and everything else, why do we need $5,000 in maintenance? I mean, we might be able to reduce it a little bit. Go ahead.
$12,000 is for the server.
Server alone. Are we replacing any other equipment other than the server?
I
We
think
had
it
that.
was discussed today that that's where that $5,800 is.
Yeah.
I believe that that's what we discussed today, that we have $5,800 in this current budget.
Because,
That-
I'm sorry, I don't want.
That's okay.
My thought is if you have 5,800 and you're planning on spending that on new equipment, the need for maintenance isn't going to be as high because you have newer equipment. You could reduce that line to kind of help offset. It's just a thought. I'm just trying to help you reduce the numbers so that, come May, people aren't sitting there with pitchforks.
Well, that is something that if something broke down, that you could hit contingency, you have no choice. It's not one of those if, ands, or buts,
And
you gotta fix it.
I'm pretty sure that we had a discussion this morning about the computer that's acting as the server currently is smoking and blowing
Yeah.
breakers.
Yeah.
So we will definitely be spending some money.
I
But
just,
you're gonna spend that in
I've
this
got
budget.
another question down the other end, Betty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm gonna cause trouble now. So, depends on what your current board, your next board is gonna do for meetings. I mean, I know we were putting in a lot of hours, and a lot of stuff being thrown at us the last couple of years, but If you were to estimate 3 selectmen, $12 an hour, 9 hours a week, that's 3 meetings, 3 hours long. 52 weeks of the year, it only comes to $16,848 on your wages. I'm just throwing it out there. I think, because I sat in everything today, what I was explaining at the time, if you're gonna, I think the assessing agent needs to go under general government, because you guys are still the assessors, but I don't think you should be up at 32. It should have counterbalanced. If you kept it separate, bring yourself to 32 just in case that got voted down, but realistically, you probably could be around the 20, and there would save you 12 grand.
20 or 26?
I would say 20, but who am I?
Because wasn't that discussed that if you were gonna put the assessing agent into general government, you didn't have to raise the
'Cause a lot of-
selectmen's wages back up to 30?
A lot of
so
what
it
you
was
guys
either
were
or?
doing would be on that individual.
Yeah, well, we had originally said that 26, because we didn't
We
think
did.
20 was gonna be enough, but.
Go back, why don't we go back to our original 26?
26.
We have 2 new selectmen that need training.
You got,
We might not, we might only need 1, we might only have 1, but
And what was that?
Well, what do you-
said 16,000?
Training in what?
16,848.
whatever.
in everything.
But that would come under their wages?
Selectmen.
You have to pay them to go to class.
Yeah, you gotta go to a lot of classes.
All right, I make a motion that we go 26,000.
I'll second the motion, because that was our original assessment anyway.
All in favor?
Mhm.
Opposed?
I think that's all.
Okay, so
Who seconded that?
we
I
go back
did.
to the numbers, and what would you, well, if you take,
Hold on a second.
oh, I'm sorry, Chip, I can't see you.
Okay, that's why I tried to do this, but looking at, so 2 other ways, if you're looking at cutting money, it looks like you can maybe get 4,000 out of utilities based on what was spent in the full year of 2000 and fiscal 2016.
Where?
We only went down 1,000 on
Yeah,
electricity.
no.
We're
Well,
only at 3,000.
Electricity, no, yeah, electricity is fine, but basically, you're asking for propane, you're asking for 4,000, and you only spent 2128. And propane hasn't really gone up much.
Yeah, but if you, right, if you're,
Excuse me?
2185 so far this year.
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah,
I don't have that number, sorry.
That's why we.
because fuel's back up again, and it's going up further.
Yeah, it is, I
Yeah.
noticed that.
Can I
So,
ask,
and then the only other thing is, the only other possibility, without really nickel and diming.
I did.
Money, is you've got 12,000 that you're dedicating for the server.
Right,
Possibility is as you reach the end of this year, if there's 12,000 in the contingency budget still, you can use 12,000 out of contingency, buy the server, because that's already been appropriated, that money, and then you don't have to have the 12,000 in this budget. And if it's not there, then guess what? You gotta run with however you're running out. But I bet you the 12,000 will be there.
You might be right.
It is right.
Because they voted to do it last year
Right.
out of contingency.
Okay, so take the 12,000 out.
That's a very good idea.
But they gotta do it. If they don't do it, then you're gonna run into the same issue the next year.
Exactly, so the 12,000 comes out of technology?
Technology.
So we're gonna.
wait,
we're not gonna-
wait a minute, wait a minute.
Technology budget.
You just marked it up, but we haven't even had discussion on it.
Are we gonna put anything in there?
Well, that's the other thing too. Do you still want to leave some budget in that technology line for any other maintenance costs?
And I think that there are things coming up probably before the end of this fiscal year that are gonna take money out of contingency.
It was
I'm just saying.
5,800 before. What would you like to do now?
I'm just asking a question.
No, I'm listening.
For tech, you had 5,800 and you had 12,000.
Yeah, we'd take the 12,000 out,
Right. And you got 58.
and you got 58.
No, there's nothing left.
Right, so you're gonna basically
There'd be nothing.
say that you don't want that server that we've all been fighting for
No, you can take that
past
out.
forever.
The money's in the contingency fund, that's what he
Take
was
that
just
out.
talking about.
Not,
How do you know it's gonna be there by the end of June? There are Dave talked to you about things coming up that are may be large expenditures to contingency fund that have been handled in executive session that you do not know about. I don't know about it, but they've said to us time and time again that there are payments coming out of that contingency fund, and we may not have the money to do that server out of contingency, is what I'm saying to you.
Insurance won't cover any of that you're talking about.
No.
I don't know that.
All right, so what would you like to
There's
put in
more- There's
technology?
more than one
Well,
issue. There's more than one. There's,
Oh, God almighty.
Right, that's what I'm
That's
saying
why
to you,
we're
don't
saying
count on
this.
that contingency fund.
we better keep contingencies in one piece.
Leave it alone. Okay,
I'm sorry to,
we're back to 12. What do you want to put in technology? Please, somebody make a,
Well, just leave it, but I'd like to make the selectmen go lower. I don't know, I just think.
we went
it's a
down,
bit
we already
too
went
much.
down
I
on
know,
selectmen.
I know, I know.
Well, they only wanted 20 to start with, now we did 26.
Right.
So essentially at this point, the difference between the budget last year and the budget this year is about $1,000, plus the $40,000 for the assessment.
Right,
correct.
So
I think,
I mean, I'm happy
we're
with
good.
I do too,
I think we're good.
I think that,
What-
this
I
budget's either gonna
I don't know what
pass.
numbers we're talking
Well,
about.
we've just discussed it, and we were all kind of in agreement, and now all of a sudden,
Change.
we're all going through it all over again, and we were all pretty happy with it just a couple of days ago, so I'm not sure why everybody's all worried now.
Well, because we
We
had,
hadn't really gone over it.
no, we hadn't finalized anything.
Right, we
I
hadn't
think it was that
finally.
whole
And we
assessor
had that,
concept.
we had the assessing agent and we had this 12,000 here.
Right, and the
Yeah, that was
assessing
a-
agent was just on a different budget, we just
Right.
moved it into this budget.
Exactly.
So it's not, we haven't really changed what we had discussed for a budget, we've just added the assessing agent to it.
So if we take that, 6,000.
What would you-
Already done.
What would you like for
403?
selectmen's wages?
Hold on, Betty, I think we're,
I think that we're good.
I think we're good too.
3,000 are we taking out?
What's
For
wrong?
their wages.
The wages
From
are
32
going
to
from 32 to
26.
26.
Okay,
Oh,
okay, got it.
Well, I would like to, but they already voted on it.
Oh, okay.
26,000 it is. Were any other changes made after we did the count? Let's go back, so that I know. What is technology? Because I have to go over this with Jordan.
12,000,
yeah, we didn't.
Technology didn't change.
12,000,
Oh,
that's why I said I shouldn't have crossed it out.
43865, correct, and if,
Oh, the payroll
Again-
tax will change again.
throw,
oh yeah. Good call. Payroll tax.
Changes again, because you changed it back to 26,000.
Yeah, we have that
oh,
number.
we had that number.
Yeah, we did.
16,045, right? 16,045.
Good call, because who would have got that one?
Payroll taxes.
Difference of 459.
So is it 16,045?
Yes.
Mm.
So that-
Betty, just stay with us, we're here.
What's the new number, please?
Wait a minute, he's working on it.
Oh, okay, thank you.
We already had that number from the prior
No,
time.
we didn't, I crossed it, already can't read it.
Oh, okay.
That's what I did.
If Betty can't read it, it didn't exist.
Okay, with 26,000 as the selectman's wage, it's 16,045 for payroll taxes.
Beautiful.
With that, the final number now is 403,406.
403,406, including
The assessing agent.
Yes.
Yes.
how the selectmen feel about that.
We'll only say yes, then.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay,
They worked hard on it this morning.
we are done with general government.
You know what, I'd say an increase of, if you don't think of the assessor, it's
Right.
$1,400.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't think of that.
Try not to think of it, I guess, I don't know.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around every now and then, just slap me as I've had.
Okay,
Yeah.
You're behaving very well.
can I have a moment? And I'll
Of
make
course
it-
you can.
And I'll make a motion,
Yes, great.
as on the select board, that we accept this budget to be sent to, how do I put it now? I may need some help here. To be sent to Dale, in other words.
For the ballot.
Approve and
To be put on-
appropriate.
Yeah, to be raised and appropriated and entered on a ballot on May 9th.
yep.
Thank you.
We're both voting yes.
Raise your hand, Paul.
You get the pen out.
I know, I was giving him a hard time.
Okay. Gee, woo!
Yay, general government done.
Elections.
Oh, God.
We approved elections.
Yes, we did.
We approved elections at,
Okay, wait a minute, can I just, a minute?
Minutes. No, don't talk about the minutes.
Roy's motion, right? Who
That's
seconded?
just to the select board.
That would be Paul.
Paul seconded, both were in favor.
Okay.
Or you could just ask Jen, because she's taking notes over there too.
Yeah.
We got two note takers.
Or you can watch the video.
We agreed with.
Yes, we agreed with them, everybody's
Did we
happy.
have-
Everybody's
Did we have
happy.
to have a motion or?
No, we're gonna be voting when we get the ballot.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're not voting yet.
All
okay.
right, thank you.
We did, okay, are we all set with that?
Yes.
We're all set.
Elections.
Okay, elections, we all agreed on $15,551. Did you vote on that today? I don't think so.
That one was crucial.
Okay, what's your total on it? I don't think we did.
Elections.
15,551, and that was what was recommended from
5-1.
you guys to begin with.
Is that included in general government?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
not in it, but next page.
I know, but is that in that figure?
No.
No,
Shouldn't it be?
They don't do
they had it
Way.
separated.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. It's not separated, is it? No?
Not on
It's
mine.
a separate department, but it's under general government
It is
for
under-
the,
it's in
for the
that.
ballot item, yes it is.
Yes,
So we have to add to general government then?
yes.
Well, it's,
No, hold on.
they have to, if they put it in the warrant that way, they would have to.
Laura, you have the warrant in front of you, correct?
Yes.
Just making sure, so we had the general government, and then is there something about elections?
I don't believe it.
No, it's included in general government.
It's always been included in it. It might have been separate, presented separate, but it was
Because
included
it has a
in
separate,
that number.
it has a separate sub-department
Yes.
within general government.
Yes.
So we have to add that into our general government total
3,
figure?
406 plus
Well,
15,
what we're going on,
Yes, but it's not-
would be that total figure.
All right, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. They already appropriated 15,551. Okay, when it goes to the warrant, it gets added into general government, correct?
Yep.
Yes,
Mhm.
okay?
Let's
Yeah.
say that.
General government, add in, I'm writing it for tomorrow,
Minutes reflect that.
add in elections.
What about?
I really want to know where they
No,
have that one.
she's separate. They took her.
The one on what, I'm sorry?
Yeah, it took-
At elections.
15,551.
That's all different.
Not two.
I want to know where that one came from.
Well,
That was a candy bar.
We can make it
Was that maybe payroll taxes or something?
Total accountability.
In 1617, it was 15,591, so they actually
Yeah, never mind.
cut 40
Yeah,
bucks,
okay. Probably payroll taxes.
probably.
Yes, it is payroll taxes.
Yeah, okay.
It's 551
They probably
for
rounded.
payroll.
It was like 50 cents or something.
Okay, where are we now?
You know what else? General assistance.
What about general assistance?
We never discussed that today. That's part of general government?
No.
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 Separate.
That's not on our list.
Right.
It is
It's
not-
down there.
Yeah, we did general
Let's go to
assistance.
ACO.
We changed it to 1,800,
Okay, I had.
18,100.
Okay, I know you've been here all day, let's.
Yeah, we have.
All right, we're done elections, that's good. Animal
Ready?
control, yes, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to bother you. What did we decide on the elections one? Is that,
It's the same as what you.
Staying the same.
it is as a separate,
No.
No.
it's still under general government?
Yeah, so you have to add that.
So we're
to
gonna
that.
have to add that to
Right.
general
Right.
government?
I
Yeah,
can
I
give you
have
the
that.
number.
Right.
Can I make that motion and?
Yep.
Accept?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, go ahead.
then I make a motion that we accept for the, to, for goodness sake.
Raise and appropriate.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, to raise and
Sorry,
appropriate the
losing patience.
15,551 for the elections to be placed
On the ballot.
on the ballot
In-
under